Hey everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to Lucifer. This is episode number 12 of season 3. Excited to get into this episode, especially if we're going to be returning to the present day time, because of the fact that we had the last episode, which took place, I guess, in my perspective, because you never know what season 4 and season 5 may have on offer. But in my perspective, we went to, I guess, the earliest point in the Lucifer timeline before the show began, of course, before everything. And it was a really great episode. But I'm assuming we're going to be picking things up from episode 10's ending, of course, with the big reveal about Marcus Pierce being revealed to be Cain, aka the Sinnerman. So it's going to be very exciting, especially to see the dynamic between Lucifer and, I guess, Cain, with the fact that there's going to be a weird shift now that Lucifer knows what the real deal is with Marcus. And it will be very interesting to see, you know, what's going to be happening with Cain's story from here onwards, what's his big plans, etc., now that the cat is out the bag. So, yeah, with that said, let's get into episode number 12 of season 3 for Lucifer. Let's go.
I have no idea why he did what he did. That's why I had to take
Breaking
him
the deal. Execute him.
You know, for an immortal, you really do bleed a lot, don't you?
Yeah. I'm still human. I still feel all the pain that comes with death.
Yeah.
Just the wounds heal.
Oh, sounds like a bitch.
I don't have to tell you what sort of sick sense of humor your father
So it's not like Lucifer's ability where he can't
surprised
bleed unless he's
working
next
with
to
him.
Chloe.
Nothing to do with your wings or your devil face.
I don't believe you.
I don't care.
I mean, I'm starting to, now that the real him is
After
coming
getting stabbed and
around.
killing the closest thing I had to a friend, I've had a long day.
What do you think you're going?
Oh, uh-oh.
On me?
Or what? You'll kill me?
Trixie's artwork to cover up the damage?
What? Kid's gotta make cash somehow.
Oh.
Seriously, Maze? You live in a house with people. Is it too much to ask for just a little consideration?
I mean,
It's
it
that
is a
Liam
bit
thing where you're
shitty
mad
considering
about
it's
something
not
else, but you're taking
her
it on me,
house.
right?
No, I'm not having a senior moment. I'm finally accepting you for what you really are, which is an egomaniacal narcissist.
Oh my goodness, she's going off!
The only thing I can do is control how I respond.
By helping me?
By working without you today. Time to go home and be with the person you love most.
Yourself. Oh.
I need to make it all about her for a change.
Consider her feelings.
And then she can make it all about me. Oh, that is brilliant, Doctor. Yes. Very good.
We haven't had that. I was gonna say, we haven't had one of those moments in a hot second.
Said that I talk too much.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I'm trying to talk less.
If I fell apart every time a man told me that he didn't like what I was doing, I'd be in a million pieces right now. But instead, I pushed through.
Sore throat, itchy eyes, a fever. Is it a cold? The flu?
Oh boy. Oh!
It's a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh shit!
I'm an angel. Not to worry. Up to an amazing woman who I have genuine feelings for, but we have a mutual friend who doesn't want us together, and she is not one to be trifled with.
I don't think this doctor is, you know, here to listen to your itches, but
It's complicated.
I mean, Linda's gotta get checked out, right?
You're a cop?
Sorry, Dougie. LAPD.
Okay, well that's not gonna help.
This is evidence, Dougie. Let go. Okay.
Is this gonna got him.
Detective Day. Being the most selfless devil you've ever met.
You're only helping me so that I help you back, which is actually worse than not helping me
She
at all.
got
So
the nail on
thanks,
the head,
but
to
no
be fair.
The detective, surely you can appreciate a benevolent gesture.
Save it, Lucifer. I know this case doesn't matter to you.
Let's not.
Oh. Ah!
Poor seal. I killed him. I killed the dog of the sea.
Oh. So
You think
wait.
you're here because you killed a seal? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Why else would I be here?
I mean, I do feel bad for him because, yeah, but Well, at least he wasn't the murderer.
Especially not a man who, for some unknown reason, she looks up to.
I mean, we can't upset Ella. Did she?
Shame on you.
You can't upset Ella. She's She's wholesome.
No big deal. He's just whining about having chlamydia.
Bloody hell!
Dodge that bullet.
Bullet dodged, all right.
Oi, this is not awkward whatsoever.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
This isn't a good idea.
Trust me, it's gonna work.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my. Yo, Dan! No, this ain't gonna work, but let's go.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get surfs up casually in a sentence. I mean, maybe we should consider using a different safe word.
Good luck, Espinoza.
All right, Dan, you're up.
I have a feeling like Lucifer
You look like you're
would be a
about to
better
get your
option.
ass kicked by a girl.
Oh? Dan, surfing was not something I would expect to see today.
Pissing people off.
I might actually. What is it that you desire?
I want to die.
Oh my. What? Oh,
What's that have to do with coming here or me?
It has nothing to do with. Then you sprouted wings and came back early and screwed up the entire plan.
Wow.
On the fly.
Hold on. The shooter at the ranch.
Yeah.
You let him know you were coming. Hoping he'd react the way.
Oh
he
my
did.
goodness!
You put the detective in danger.
And even
Bit
then,
shitty, but
with Chloe right
this was
beside you,
his
it didn't work.
gateway.
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh!
Dan.
Well,
Dan, are you all right?
he's pissed them off all right.
Wow. I guess that means surf's up.
Hey!
They couldn't have gotten far. He's injured.
I love how no one shut the doors, though. You know, someone could just snoop in and...
For Moondog.
Dog.
It is sweet. It is sweet what they are doing, though. Just love how Dad, like, wasn't expecting this, Dad. But it's sweet.
What do you think? I'm particularly proud of the new filing system, complete with a sexy victims file, obvious killers file,
boy.
and boring crimes file, to be
This is
ignored,
just-
of course.
For crying out loud.
Not even
Should have done with a French toast.
going to help you with this investigation of yours.
Oh, I don't need your help anymore.
Then why are you still here?
Oh.
Because this case matters to you. Therefore, it matters to me. We're partners, Detective.
See, they're like
Next time,
genuine
can I just start
hurt with
there?
Lucifer.
Next time, so we're... Hey that, Justine, but the police officer up there holding a surfboard says yes. Sorry, you were saying?
Are you gonna keep bullshitting?
Get it. I paid for this land. I even put up signs.
It's not
but they turned
private!
This whole beach like it was their own. They trashed this whole area, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to send a message.
And that's why you
And so
framed
you
the
decide
US for
to-
Manny's murder.
And you killed
people
someone.
The biggest whore on the planet. How do I know you didn't give me chlamydia?
Okay, how do you
Oh my
dare
god,
you.
imagine if everyone's listening to this.
It's my doctor. What do you know? False positive on the chlamydia.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I really like you.
just feel like with... oh, Mace is watching. Yeah. Oh, this is it, though. I feel like with her having feelings for Amenadale still, it's just sticky, isn't it?
I was in a bad place and I took it out on you, and there's no excuse for that.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
Like, Ella's like...
You were in a bad place?
Cinnamon...
Really? Is there
raw
anything
material.
I can do? Do you need a hug?
Sure, why not?
Yeah!
He wanted to stop you defying him, and he used me to do it. You said yourself. You needed me out of the way, and since my wings ruined your kidnapping plan, it seems I was a means to an end.
There we go.
So what?
Means my dad screwed us both. Certainly never made a deal with the devil before now, have you? What say we change that?
It's an offer, and it's... That's it.
Well, hopefully, your life.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully everything, because that's the thing that he wants, so... It's to, yeah, but it's, there was some very, very interesting things that came out in the beginning when he was talking about how, no, he was, like, how there's the, prospect of him bleeding out, not when Chloe's around, though, like, yeah, but, he then sprung back, so... unless Chloe was around, but it wasn't. And then it goes deeper to the point where he is... There is that resentment. And he's just had enough. He just wants to rest in peace. And attempt after attempt has just, like, even listed about some of the times he's just died. There is that immortality, and it's all goes to a point about immortality isn't everything, especially if you live in regret like he does. And he just wants to finally rest, so it's a very, very interesting scenario. He hasn't got anything nefarious cooked up, unless the whole death wish is a ruse, but I don't think it is. As Lucifer sensed he was being honest about everything, even the wings. It's just an interesting scenario that you have someone who has this like alter ego to him, but the only thing he's really wanting is to find an escape for himself. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how, Lucifer and, Cain, how they're going to take this direction. And I don't know, a resentment to that, well, to his father, not Cain's father, because I'm sure that's Adam and Eve, isn't it? So yeah, but still, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how, things go down. With now they're making this pact, Lucifer's going to help him out. So yeah, it was very interesting to learn the intentions of Cain in this episode. Ruse pending, but like I said, I don't think it's that. I think with everything that has came about and the efforts he's gone in order to fulfill what he said he desires, I can't see it being a ruse anyway. So it was very interesting to find out why Cain has been involved, and seeing little bits like the cabinet where he was monitoring certain specific people on Earth in order to further his ambitions to die. Not just that though, but going back to episode 4, wasn't it? Yeah, where he contacted that guy that Chloe and him were coming, setting himself up and hoping that would end his life. But here we go. So And it's just so interesting because this is a case of someone is immortal, as a part for like God to make him live out this punishment. Because, like I said, immortality, you know, as much as some could see it as a good thing, especially to avert the fear of dying, it could also be a very bad thing, especially to someone who has, you could say, no companionship, especially with what he did to his brother. And immortality can drive us over the edge and, you know, makes us have, it could make you have that death wish like Pierce has. So, and he's been so hell-bent on trying to find a cure for his own personal hell. Like, granted, he could have been in hell and lived out killing his brother over and over again, or whatever the case, to, you know, make him go through that torture. But giving the world's first murderer an eternal life to the point where it gives you that death wish, but you can't die, that's pretty, you know, torturous anyways. So yeah, but it's just really great to, you know, find out a bit of everything, and, you know, find out that, you know, Lucifer was left on in the desert. This was a gateway for PS to become vulnerable, and the fact that he didn't take his devil face. This was Lucifer deduced this was all God in an effort to screw up the plan. So, and of course, with it's now their turn to screw up God's plan, because of course with Cain dying, that is an up yours to God. So it's just great to see how things are playing out. So yeah, just seeing all these little pieces come together, especially after the ending of episode 10, and now finding out Cain's motivations and everything that's been going on. It's just very interesting. And you go back to certain bits in this season, like him calling Chloe special. He already knew that. And there was my brain ticking back at that episode. You know, what if this could mean something more? And of course it did. But there was also, but what you didn't see in that episode was, of course, what is probably going through his head: disappointment. So yeah, because that's it. He was alone with Chloe. He got shot. So this was his gateway to potentially dying. That didn't turn out to be the case. Okay, so thank you, OBS, for blacking out. Anyways, technical issues aside, yeah, it is very interesting to, you know, look back at the previous episodes, especially where Marcus said something very, very peculiar, and it got your mind ticking, and you know, adding the pieces together of this jigsaw, and seeing how things have come around. Seeing that there was immeasurable disappointment going through his head when he survived the shooting in episode 4, even though he thought, okay, this is it, I'm with Chloe, I'm on my way to death, let's go. And here we are. So, but now they've got a deal going on. Now Lucifer and Marcus have made some kind of deal now, and it's going to be interesting to see how that does play out for the rest of the season. But like I said, it was great to finally learn about Cain and his intentions, and why he is so, like, what makes him, I don't know, stand out. And that's because he's an immortal being who needs this death wish, and nothing is fulfilling his desire. So he thought he was coming close there, but yeah. But yeah, I really loved this, how certain things played out in this episode, especially Ella. Like, my heart broke for Ella. Like, and it really touched a very, very, I don't know, sensitive layer in me, because of the fact that, you know, I feel like I'm being annoying, and sometimes I will have that moment where I feel like my personality has been too much to my friends, for example. So I decide to dial it back so I don't annoy them, if that makes sense. Same with how Ella like dialed back herself because of her fear that she was talking too much and therefore putting an annoyance on Pierce. And we kind of sensed about why Pierce reacted that way, like putting two and two together with who was his right-hand man. And the plan just going to shambles and whatnot. And it wasn't because of Ella, it's because of... Things were rough in the last episode in terms of what happened with Lucifer and the Sinner Man, but... And he had to put an end to his life, so... And especially... I don't know. I feel like, given what we know about Kay now... You know, you're looking back at what he did to the Sinner Man. I feel like there is a huge ounce of hurt channeling through him that he had to resort to doing that in order to, I wouldn't say recover the plan and whatnot, because it was already in tatters anyways, but to pull the plug on that operation. So, yeah, but Ella was... but what I liked with the fact that Lucifer, you know, took his consideration of Chloe up to 15 in terms of how he overdid it. Like, I feel like Ella did as well, especially with the way she reacted to Lucifer. But yeah, I just really, felt so bad for Ella. I just wanted to give her a hug. I love Ella, okay? She's a cinnamon roll. Don't care. But yeah, there was Ella's story, of course. There was the whole Amenadale situation, which was very, very... it was... Well, first off, even though it was confirmed to be a false positive, it's still not the direction I saw, you know, Amenadale's story being taken and going into chlamydia. Thankfully, it wasn't that, but it is very, like, if he's still, you know, suffering from human weaknesses, then, you know, one's got to think, isn't that going to be alarming if they can't suffer human weaknesses? And even though it's not chlamydia, what else could it be for Amenadale? Could it be a side effect to what's been happening with his abilities? Could that be, you know, damaging him further, potentially? We'll just have to wait and see. But it is very concerning that... I mean, it would be concerning about the whole chlamydia thing anyway, so yeah. But now that that's gotten proven to be a false positive, one's got to think that surely it's got to mean something greater and something that could be more devastating for Amenadale. We'll just have to wait and see. So... yeah. But I'm really worried about what's going to happen with Linda, especially now that Maze knows the whole shebang with Amenadale and Linda, and there is that sense of betrayal. And not just that, though, but it's just the fact that there is still those feelings for Amenadale residing within Maze, and yeah, it hurts the prospect for Linda and Amenadale to be together, but yeah, I'm just really worried about how that's going to go down. So yeah, but yeah, the crime of the week situation, very interesting stuff, especially with like one of the like homeowners killing that guy because she wanted to make a point. Hey, stop annoying my life and whatnot. And you know, she was trying to make a point, etc. Honestly, I thought it would be someone like it would be a person inside the Orcas, I guess. Yeah, I thought it was like someone who went rogue, so I didn't expect it to go to like one of the like homeowners who wasn't living in a private area, but wanted to, you know, establish that dominance, I guess, and she did so by killing that surfer. So yeah, but it was just really interesting seeing Dan get involved as well and how he was blending in, and we had that funeral, which was very, very sweet. But yeah, it was just, I wouldn't say funeral, I'd say tribute, should I say. What's going on with OBS? That's twice you've blacked out in 5 minutes. Weird. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, that tribute was a nice gesture. I'm gonna restart OBS after this. Yeah, it was a really, really nice gesture, and it was just great to see, you know, Chloe's story and how she's still feeling very, very pissed off with what Lucifer did. And, you know, it's the case of, like, Lucifer needing to understand, needing to read the room and understand how his actions hurt others and whatnot. But I really loved that moment where, you know, even though that Chloe was no longer, like, necessary, I guess, in terms of his plan, he still wanted to help out because he does care for Chloe. And it's just really, really great stuff because, you know, you have that understanding and that's it though. He is there. He does want to support Chloe. It's just that sometimes he does have a bit of like he sometimes doesn't read the room, does he? And understands he has hurt Chloe. So but it does hurt him if he hurts Chloe because he does care about the detective. So yeah, but it was just you know, hurtful to see Chloe and Lucifer at boiling point in a sense. But it's a case of you do kind of expect the relationship to be smoothed out in one way or another. And it's just, you know, good to see how that plays around. So yeah, but yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens next now that Lucifer and Cain now have made that arrangement, now that Lucifer is planning in order to find a solution to Cain's wish, well, Cain's death wish, should I say. We'll see how that goes. It's just going to be a case of what is going to happen because you don't expect this to be running smoothly whatsoever with for Cain. So it's going to be very interesting, and I'm sure like God's going to have like some kind of say in this potentially in order in Lucifer's fight to try and kill Cain, make him rest in peace. But it's a situation that will remain to be seen. Until then, it will be very interesting to see how they do go about it. But yeah, that was Lucifer. That was episode number 12 of this season. It wasn't as impressive of an episode in terms of following up, in terms of like episode 10, because I can't really compare it to like episode 11 because you know, that episode didn't continue from episode 10, if that made sense. But it was still, it's still an episode that had some very enjoyable moments, especially going into Cain and his motives and everything. But yeah, I really loved that story because that's, I think, the main thing that everyone wanted to find out. And I feel like the revelations behind Cain and whatnot were very, very interesting. It makes me very curious to see, you know, how they go about it. Because, like, I thought there would be something more nefarious going on, but it's just a death wish at the end of the day for Cain. And he just is so desperate to feel that release. So it does make you very interested to see how things go. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!